I think at the moment it's orchestration. It's the ability to merge all the different sources that compliance teams and due diligence teams have to use on a daily basis to be able to do their job. There are so many sources that they have to access, like credit rating institutions, PEP, sanctions, adverse media, transaction monitoring. That is becoming too much of a burden and too much of a cost to be able to onboard customers. So I think orchestration is one of the things that RegTech is trying to merge. We see companies merging these sources into one, companies who are trying to do what we are doing as well, which is practically providing a tool, an orchestration tool that gets all these sources together, not only third parties, but even internal systems to achieve a true picture of a counterparty of a subject. Well, we're seeing perpetual KYC becoming very important because it reduces the potential of crime, as in not for the criminal, but for the institution. So perpetual KYC is something that is changing completely how we used to do ongoing reviews on our customers, whereas before it used to be based on a number of dates based on the risk. Nowadays, clients are asking for an instant perspective of risk. Listen, just alert me the second I'm exposed to risk itself. So yes, I think it's becoming crucial because it is a way to reduce the risk exposure the companies face when onboarding counterparties and subjects. As we were saying, it is making risk assessment to the minute that you're exposed to risk. So whereas before, risk assessment was based on systems that maybe are not real-time, on aspects that require manual intervention to be updated, that is where I think in the past the review process for institutions failed. Failed because either we cannot keep up with the load of work that there is, either the compliance teams cannot keep up with the backlog of processes. In fact, that is where remediation comes in, when regulators force institutions to do remediation because they didn't keep up with the manual review process. So adopting perpetual KYC, I agree, it's not easy because unless you have the right tools, the right processes in place, it's impossible to keep up. But perpetual KYC is bringing a lot of advantages because it's reducing the risk to the minute that you are exposed to this. So the action that you need to take is not in 2 months' time when the review used to be due, but now instantly based on the data that I have today. I think it was something that we, from get-go when we launched the product in 2017, it is something that when we gathered the requirements from the potential clients, that was one thing that they specified and stressed, the ability, if possible, to be alerted or informed the second they are exposed to risk. And it was inbuilt from day one as part of the process. So it gave us a very good advantage nowadays that we're seeing it about 5 years later, because our system has all the functionality, conditional policy that clients can set based on risk, based on data being input. In fact, even the outreach elements. So the outreach element is adapting itself in real time based on the risk exposure that the client would have set in the system. So it's reducing toing and froing with customers. It's changing the onboarding process based on the real-time risk. I think the biggest advantage that we have over all our competitors is the fact that it is fully dynamic. The system is not set for a particular jurisdiction or AML policy. It is so dynamic that it's allowing customers to create and tweak the entire system based on whatever the jurisdiction is, whatever the industry is, allowing them to create granular policies based on whatever they need. So far, very, very good, very positive. It's our first time attending a US-based conference. The reason being is we're getting a lot of clients requests and clients from the US market. So we said, let's try it out. So far, it's fantastic.